Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we have a pretty dire situation here. We are pretty screwed, really, by this French commune territory here because we can't move logistically through here, and if we open borders with them, we're just going to give them all of this territory, which I don't want to do. So we're building around here instead, and we're going to have to, and I just to be clear, I did this in between episodes. They were trained to like here. I just didn't want to let them finish up. I'd rather have the manpower. But manpower is irrelevant in this situation right now because we have basically no supplies. We need to get this to a level 1 railroad, which I've already queued up here. And where is that in our build order? I have no idea here. Okay, but we definitely need to move up some repairs here because we have supply lines back here that are not particularly well repaired. So specifically, anything in Palestine and Damascus needs to be moved up in priority. So something kind of like that. Oh, there's that railway. Cool. So we'll get that moved up as well. This railway is absolutely top priority, and we need to get these repairs done, but we also need to get this railway done. This is less high priority at this point, and then this is definitely less high priority. So let's get that going. They don't have that many troops up here yet, but we know that they're moving troops this way. They have been this whole time, and we're pushed out of this location already. We definitely do not want to lose Aleppo here. So I'm going to grab these 4 infantry units and move in. We're going to move in over here as well. And we just want to dig in over this way. We're being attacked over here, and for the moment, I think that's reasonably okay. I'm going to redirect some of these forces around, like so. Okay. With any luck, we'll be able to hold here until we can get our logistics set up. We're getting pushed out over this way. Actually, we're not right now. But it's slow moving around here. That's for sure. But we just got a rail line done here. Next one is here. And that'll only take a few days. These guys are moving up. And yeah, they're definitely moving more forces in. So we need to dig in along this front. That's very clear. Logistics are top priority here. But we don't want to give them enough time to really get a lot of forces here. We're getting pushed out here. How close are we? We are a long ways away. Luckily, the Americans are holding that for the moment. And we did manage to arrive up here again. So, how long until this rail line finishes up? Tomorrow. Good. And most of these repairs are done as well. Okay, so now we should have some supply flow here. No supply connection. There we go. It updates. Cool. Now we can see that we have a railway bottleneck here. This is not surprising. We're going to upgrade this, but I'm only going to upgrade it to a level 2 right now. So that'll take 9 days. We also probably want to start thinking about building land forts, like all across here. At least level 1. I don't think we need 10. Let's build like up to level 3 maximum. So something kind of like this. I want to set up a defensive line here. It's going to be a little bit before we're really ready to push out here. We need to get a lot of supply flow up here. So I think that's pretty important. And 8 March. Yeah, that's not too bad. Cool. So we see a train going in here. I definitely want to make sure that this is motorized. There we go. Cool. So at this point, we are... one other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to move these guys over to the Cairo airport. Or actually, probably Alexandria is probably slightly better. So let's move over to Alexandria here. And we're just digging in here. So I want to bump these up to slightly higher priority so we have at least level 1 land forts all across this front. Cool. And we're going to finish up this railway on 13 March, so 2 more days. Excellent. Wait, is this saying we have no supply flow again? From damage. Okay. So where are they damaging it, is the question. Jordan. Wait, we don't... Oh, yeah, we wouldn't. That's fine. So Jordan is down here. This railroad, we need to make sure that that's built. I mean, realistically, we have a lot of building to do. So let's just bring this down. And for the moment, I'm going to queue up additional infrastructure here on the bottom. I also want to queue up anti-air. And I'm going to put that at the top over here, but at the bottom down this way. And we'll also, I guess, queue it up at the bottom down over here. Not that I'm planning to necessarily actually get down there and build that. We'll see if we have an opportunity, but we may as well have it queued up. Okay, so these at the top, we probably don't actually want them to be at the top. I want them to be down below these railroads. Okay. Cool. Cool. So let's finish up these land forts, as well as this section of railroad. So I want to bump this up again. And bumping that up to level 5 at this point, I think is okay. That'll be done on 8 May. It should actually be level 3. So we'll get that done. That'll be on 29 March. Sounds good. And do we have any supply throughput here right now? No. Railway bottleneck Damascus to Aleppo. So that is, of course, this over here. There's damage on Damascus to Aleppo. So we're going to need to find that in here and prioritize repairing that. I mean, there's some Palestine down over here, but I think it's this. This one's irrelevant to us. Okay. Let's get that done for now. I think it's this one that's causing us the issues. That'll be done tomorrow. Good. Okay. They're bringing in a lot of forces here. We have 90 command power at this time. We could do a last stand here, and I think we're going to. Okay. Cool. So we're holding across this front for now. But it's tight. It's really tight. But it looks like we've got it. Okay, our planes should be here, right? Yes, they should. So we're just going to set our planes up in the Middle East. I don't expect to actually act well. Hang on. We've got 36 nukes. Our strategic bomber is way down over here. We're going to need to move it up northward. But we can do that. Okay, here it comes. All the way up Africa. Boom. Okay, how are we doing up here? They have dropped 3,000 fighters in here. Fair enough. We're going to move back to the Middle East for the moment. And we'll see if they respond to that. 100% air superiority means if they push in, we can nuke them back out. I was planning to nuke along this front, but honestly, I think it's okay to wait on that. That would be an okay plan later. Okay, so 27 March is when this railway will be constructed. Our land forts are making some progress. This is good. And we do have some supply flow up here now. So I think we're okay to hold. They're going to continually attack us here. But that seems to be reasonably okay. From what I can tell, anyway. Let's check in on air. They're making no attempt to contest the skies over the Middle East. Okay. Sounds good. So at this point, all we need to do is get this railroad continually built up. So this will be done... Well, there's no factories assigned to it during that attack. Fair enough. Yeah. They're continually attacking us here, but we're still making progress. Okay, so that's now done. Let's go ahead and bring that up to level 5. Now that we have decent supply flow up here, the major issue is supplying out over here, right? We can definitely run an additional railroad out over... I would prefer not to go that way, like this. And then we can also run a backup railroad. Something kind of like that. Now, that's going to be a relatively low priority down over here. But otherwise, I think that's good. So our level 3 land forts are getting finished up here, and we are definitely able to hold a lot better now. Between the supplies and the land forts, this front is fairly stable. And that's good. That's really, really good. I do think that we should start building a supply hub here as our current top priority. So let's get that done. That will currently finish on 24 August, so that's a ways out. But we're not really going to be attacking over here anytime soon, right? Like, looking at the forces that they're throwing against us, honestly, we probably want to continue to dig in here and just make them waste a lot of resources on us. Now, our priorities will remain pretty much the same. We'll do something kind of like this. And we're just going to dig in here. I'm concerned about our supplies out on this side. That's for sure. Okay. But I mean, realistically, they're going to be losing a lot more than we are in these attacks. As we dig in more, this is going to be great. This, not so great. Let's move some units up here. In fact, I'm going to move these 2 units of tank as well. I feel like we can pull 4 infantry over this way. Excellent. And I'm now going to move 3 of these tank units back over here. Okay, so all we're trying to do is hold this front. That is it. That is our only goal right now. 11 May is when we're expecting our railroad here to finish its construction. Now, we are still working on some railroads back this way. Those are a ways out. There is no doubt that this is some potentially dire situations here. Okay. How goes our construction of that supply hub? That's a very long ways away. Now we can see that they're starting to overpopulate this area. That's neat. I actually like that. Their supplies are going to get grim. Now our supplies are okay in this area, but as we get down here, they get worse and worse. That's to be expected, but as we finish up this railroad here, which will be done on 11 May, this will get a lot better. And these land forts don't take all that long to build either. So that's good. That said, I think the higher level ones do take longer, so we may want to consider deprioritizing those at some point. But I don't think that point is now. I am going to go ahead and get these guys canceled and let this manpower flow out to our armies here. Now, we're not lacking that much manpower out here, but we definitely want to get some, especially out over here. So we'll get that heading over. And I do want to get this railroad as a higher priority. So we'll work on that for the moment. And it looks like they're not really thinking too much about attacking at this exact moment. They seem to be somewhat accepting the stalemate. Now, is there actually anything we can grab here? Damage reduction against close air support seems nice. The rest of these are kind of mediocre, in my opinion. And I mean, even this isn't great, but we'll go ahead and take that. And we can also grab something here. Equipment capture ratio? Or just straight up attack bonus. Sure. Okay. So we can see that China attacked out over here. I don't really care too much about that. We need to get these railways done. So for July, fair enough. And honestly, we need to get like all of these railways that we're working on. We need to get them all done. I think for the moment we have enough land forts. Now, some of these railways are probably not particularly valuable for us, but we can look at that a little bit later. We definitely need to get these, many of them anyway, built. Now, like these, we know for a fact that this is not going to be all that useful for us. But most of the rest of these are. We can lower the priority on the ones that are out here, that's for sure. Okay. So let's get these railroads built. At this point, we are focusing on supplies now that we're reasonably dug in here. And I'd love to see more supplies make its way out over here. I do want to check in on some of these. So like Beirut to Damascus is not a very high priority, but it's also going to finish up very soon. And that's the case with a lot of these that aren't a high priority. So I think we're just going to let them finish. This is a huge amount of their forces. We see Turkish troops, German troops, Polish troops. Just a big coalition here. So that's okay. We are pulling these forces away from locations like this. But there's definitely a lot of them piling in here. We're outnumbered. There's no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and make sure that all of our bottlenecks are being upgraded. Yeah, there's only so many supplies we can send up here. We do want to get this upgraded eventually, but it's not a super high priority. We'll put that down here. Okay, cool. So we've got a lot of rail lines being built right now. A whole lot of rail lines. We're also working on getting that supply depot done. That's still a very long ways away. And I feel like this railway isn't actually getting built. Where is that railway? That's the anti-air there. Where is that? Is that down over here? Yes. Top priority there. Cool. Wait, where is that? Aleppo to Damascus. Sure. I'm not actually sure where this is, but whatever. I'm going to actually get rid of it here. Apparently I can't. That's exciting. Sure. Very strange. Okay, whatever. Let's get these railways built. We need to get our logistics solved. We managed to stabilize this front for now. The question is, How many troops are they devoting to defend this front against us? The answer is a whole lot. So we don't really want to attack into that if we can at all help it. Until we get an opportunity. And we will get an opportunity. I can tell you that. Okay, how are we doing on those factories? Just checking. Looks good. But stabilizing this front is a very big deal. That absolutely had to happen. I want to check in on... Yeah, they're not trying at all to prevent us from having this area in terms of air superiority. That's good. I like it at all. Hello, Batman. 24 August. That's so far away. Supply hubs are really expensive to build. Like, incredibly expensive. The good news is we can see that our railroads are getting a lot higher level. That's very, very, very good. They're attacking us in Aleppo, and we are losing. That surprises me. But we'll move a few of these units in to help defend that. And they should move in quite quickly with the railroad here. And we'll just hold here. Cool. We'll let them run their supplies out. I'm still more concerned about this flank than I am about Aleppo. But if Aleppo falls, problems ensue. So we definitely want to make sure that Aleppo doesn't fall. They're having a hard time with that one, though. So that's good. We do need to continue working on these railroads, but the railroads are getting closer to being done. I'm still wondering what exactly is going on with this. I'm not sure that this actually exists, to be honest. Maybe it does. Oh, is this it? Probably. I think I just queued it up, though. So let's put this in, like, here for the priority. I think that'll be fine. Cool. So we absolutely do not want to attack here. That's for sure. I would like to further fortify Aleppo proper. Aleppo is the most important province here to hold. So we're going to prioritize that land fort here. Now, of course, while we're being attacked, we're not going to make any progress on that. Those factories will be devoted to working on our logistics, which is okay. We're fine with this. And that's going to be apparently most of the time. At least it feels like it. No, this is okay. We're just going to continue to fortify that up. And that looks good. In the meantime, our rail line over here is finally being built. That's great. And we are almost halfway done with our supply hub. Perfect. And our backup rail line over here will be finishing up soon enough. Where did we merge that in? Up here? Yes, that is fine. Okay, let's get all these rail lines built. And we will continue to fortify Aleppo. Now, obviously, we are bottlenecked here. And that's because of Tripoli to Beirut. So, Tripoli to Beirut, huh? That is interesting. A naval bottleneck out over here. So that means that we don't have this completed. That's what that means. Where is that? This rail line is what needs to get completed here. I was under the impression we had already done that, but we definitely haven't. So I need to try to find that in this very long list. Most of these are repairs. But yeah, that Navy bit there, that's the major problem. Was this just straight up canceled? I don't actually see it here. Okay, I just put it in at the top of the list. It was showing up, but it was canceled, it looks like. Weird. Okay, that'll be the top priority for right now. It shouldn't take very long to get the first connection there, but that means that we'll no longer rely on this naval connection, which is very helpful indeed. I didn't realize that was the case. If I had, our logistics up here would probably be a lot better. But there we go. We're now connected over here at least with a level 1 railroad. It'll take longer to get that upgraded, but that's okay. So if we check in on our bottleneck here, still naval bottleneck from Tripoli to Beirut. But that's probably just because our land connection is heavily bottlenecked with this level 1 connection. So that's almost certainly the problem there. They're going to continue to attack Aleppo, and we're just going to continue to defend it. We're heavily dug in here at this point, and they're not going to do too well. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will continue to build up our logistics over here, and just continue to dig in along this front in preparation for pushing out, which we will be able to do eventually. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.